ले तो गई कलेजा संग में हमें भी ले जा ये तो चोरी पे है सीना जोरी कभी लगे मोनालिसा कभी कभी लगे लोलिता और कभी जैसे कादम्बरी हाय मेरी परम 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 सुंदरी. Thank you for the likes. I love you, my friend, nerdy guy, for liking. Thank you so much. Stretch, stretch. To the left, to the right, up and down. Ready? Okay, turn up the volume. If they call me crazy for dancing, they are crazy for not dancing. I'm stretching up and down and up to the front, to the front, to the front, to the front, to the back. Pull rope, pull that rope here, pull, 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 pull. One more time, pull that rope, pull that rope, pull. Kabhi lage Mona Lisa, kabhi lage. Then punch that uppercut. 1, 2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready? We're gonna start now. Feel the music. Feel the music. Okay. That's how we contain ourselves and have a great morning or evening, whatever you choose. So dance is just an art that you feel in the body. Everybody can dance for as long as you have faith, a little bit of movement. Dance comes naturally to those who respects the art. Those who mock our dancing will never learn dancing. Those who celebrate our dancing will always find me prancing. Okay. So see how that was the 5-minute stretch. So any workout, any art form, the inner child knows how to dance. Alright? If you've taken classes, if you've joined and participated in any joyful event, even a party, in birthday parties in Sri Lanka, anything, birthdays, funerals, whatever, we dance. Because life is a celebration. When I pass away, I would dare you all to dance. You all better freaking dance in my funeral. Because I don't want anybody weeping in my freaking funeral. If you're a friend of mine, this is recorded. This is on live stream. The day I pass away is a day that I move to a different form of life. It doesn't mean I'm fully gone. It just means that I have dispersed from this body to the atmosphere to different. Every time people die on earth, what does the recent traditions do? This is not what traditions did in the past. If you go to India today, even in the certain parts of regions, people celebrate death. Because you know why? Life in this human body is essentially suffering. Right? A lot of it is carrying suffering, which is karma from many, many eons. Your generational trauma, the trauma that you carry from, moving through the world. So when you disperse this body, it means that your spirit is released. Right? Some people live in extreme poverty, some people live in extreme hardship, some people live in luxury, but still everybody gets suffering. Suffering is equal whether you live in a mansion or in a freaking slum. Money is comfort, right? But suffering is equal. The choice to dance exists for someone in a mansion or in a slum. So how do you release yourself? and uplift your vibration. That's why we have the chakra, so many colors, those colors of the chakra. Like Nerdy wore the first time I took Nerdy as a guest, he's already embodied it. He wore the entire tie-dyed color. I told him, first thing I noticed, oh, your body is vibrating in color. I saw that. That's why he came up. So many of you all have it. You just have to vibrationally bring it. Winter time, it's cold. What a lovely time. Auto AC, that means it's cold. You move about, right? Any form of art. If you're doing gym, that's fine. But you better be dancing, right? Life is for those who dance in unison. Even a rock in space is dancing. It's not still. A rock floating in space is dancing. The earth spinning is a dance. The orbits of all the planets is a dance. Us in the galaxy is always so. Where there is movement, there is rejoice, there is life, there is release. So if you ever feel very angry, very frustrated, get up and dance. I know it's freaking hard for many of you because you have these preconceived notions in your head that, oh, it's not the right time, my ass hurts, my back hurts, my knee hurts. Like, freaking get up and do some movement. All right? Or else that feeling of, no, my ass is, my neck is, will keep you there forever. I am here, your challenger. If you want to fight the oppressor, you better take that last ounce of your body and make it move. Because if there's a power that made you into fibromyalgia or whatever that your diagnosis is, there's a power that can bring you out of it. You just have to tap into the spark, right? Take medical advice, but when you come to my space, I will give you ancestral advice. Before there was any medication, before things were just energy, before we went to doctors, before we went to clinics, there was only shamans, and there was only villagers, and there was only tribes. You guys might have seen it on YouTube, right? Very, very sick children. In tribes, they would see, and adults, they would put them in the earth, bury half, just safely. Everybody's around them, they are fed, to ensure that their sick illness is sent back to earth. And by God, they heal, they come back. So what is happening right now for us collectively is the earth is reminding us of our death, which is certain. Death is coming, no need to cry. Death is coming, guarantee. Everybody will taste death. Everybody who is alive, guaranteed, mark my words, will die. So worrying about how, here, where, how much you're gonna cry. Same freaking energy. Put a song, all right, and dance. That is the inner child. The inner child knows joy and harmony. Get up, get up. Nadia is still with us. Thank you. Shout out to Nadia, still with us. Yes. Energy, 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 energy. Who is that? Somebody has just walked in. Welcome. The more, the higher the energy. The more, the higher the energy. Told you. So, with or without you, write that down. That is your mantra. Sometimes we wait for people to show up to do the things that bring us joy. Sometimes, with or without you, we find joy, right? Oftentimes, we wait for a romantic partner, bestie, whatever. Sorry, out of breath, right? Especially with Valentine's Day. Many people must be feeling, oh, where's my Valentine? Or even if you have a Valentine, things are not going to look the same. When you first fall in love, even it's a committed relationship, every year the way that you feel about your loved ones are going to change. Because that is the rule of impermanence. Your love for you doesn't mean you don't love them. You love them with all your heart. But the high that you felt when you first fall in love, that is a gift from nature. That happens in nature. All right, look at every being. Look at a monkey, look at a donkey, look at a cat, look at a dog. When it's time for mating season, they would show their colors, right? Nerdy guy likes peacock. Let me talk about peacock. Peacock, the beautiful, majestic, struts itself when it's time. It doesn't show the colors all the time, walk around with them. It'll vanish. It's just like even flowers. Flowers bloom in spring. Autumn it sheds because it's season, right? So every being, everything on nature, peacocks, animals, even bisons, every animal, when it's time for it to find its mate, it shows its most, look at me, I'm most beautiful, I'm most glorious, I'm most handsome. And when you do that, claim it. When you do that, because now it's across the board, LGBTQIA, anybody can be attracted to anyone, right? So when you're showing your colors as a male identified, female identified, non-binary, someone walks around and tries to ruffle their feathers at you. You don't back down. All right? If you're a true creation of nature, if you tapped into your ancestry, when someone taps you over the shoulder, because this is my show. Let's say this is my show. All right? Let's say this is a pageant. Let's take, for instance, this is the pageant, beauty pageant, okay, of nature. Now this is time for you to find your mate. You're showing around your talent time. And another birdie comes in and, I'm more alpha than him or whatever. Then you don't back down. You continue. Your mate will find you. All right? Like if it's time for quack, you quack. Those who go in your algorithm will find you. What I catch in America is, one person gets bullied, he goes inside, never comes out of the cave. Wrong. Do not do that. If you get bullied, that means someone sees your potential and sees you as competition. Get in the ring. Get in the ring. That's how champions are made. I'm very grateful for my bullies. I'll tell you. If it wasn't for my bullies, I wouldn't be this version. If it wasn't for my bullies, I wouldn't turn on the music and dance whenever I want and stream it 24/7. I've even taken showers in the tub with clothes on because I don't care who sees, how they see me, because you know why? I have faced my worst bullies and I have learned to harness it for my own benefit. So what if people see me? One extra person sees me on social media. So what if people hate comments me? One extra algorithm in my book, right? That's how you should think. Harness, right? If you watch the movie I watched on Netflix a couple of days, The Boy Who Harnessed the Wind, all right, set in the region of Africa. You watch that. Everybody complain flooding this and that. But those who see potential in how the nature changes are the ones that move forward, right? If the car can be driven in both sides, depending on which part of the world you live, we drive on certain sides of the street. But geniuses come forth in the times of difficulties. So if you're inventing an art, if you're dancing in a new style, right? If you're teaching people how to uplift their rage, anger, convert it into a nice package bowl of dance, laughter, and keeping people peacefully at the end of the day, sleeping well because you're tired, you had a good workout, you danced. Now, all the things you read, you don't even remember. Because when your body is vibrationally highly charged, no words can get you, right? Don't let anyone, nerdy guy, come out majestically. My dream is everybody, regardless, because I have dated, I'll be honest, I've had my mates and I am happy. But the young generation now, little bit bully, go back, little bit bully, no, forward. Because if you then you die. That's the word. If you get bullied and stay stuck, you freeze. Then it's like more space for the oppressor to walk in. The name of the game is it's like a challenging game. It's almost like a video game. If you all can move forward in PUBG and Roblox, why can't you play the mental game? The mental game is that you must survive. And these days, the demons are not coming into your house. It's coming through your mind, your system, right? That's why certain lives make you feel like, oh, I felt good, I saw this person today. Yeah, right? Some lives people do the wind chime. You just had a bad day. You just entered someone's stream or where they're wind chiming. Poof, gone. Suddenly all the things you thought about that person all gone. Some lives you see, you're like, okay, I just saw that person's sunset only, but I feel great. Why? Because it's a ability to connect with your mind. So your body, keep it highly charged. When you're highly charged and you know how to manage it, you won't hurt anyone. It is oftentimes what's happening with all the unnecessary garbage is when you're highly charged, they give you the wrong tools like a pew or something. No, I went to martial arts school. I don't need a single pew because I can contain the energy that coming far away. If someone plans something bad for me, I can deflect it through the power of my mind. Understand? Let's say somebody's plotting to, get rid of me or whatever. I receive signals because I'm connected to Mother Earth. Mother Earth protects those who it wants to protect. Only losers carry pew around and, because they're afraid. Have you ever seen the losers who carry those? They are oftentimes, they look very repressed. Have you seen? They're big-bodied. Always notice them, all right? So-called, I'm not going to say the word, but you all know who it is. Always like this and always in alert. They're always thinking someone's trying to harm them. Why? Because they're trapped in their body. So they have to rely on that little pew. This is going to save me. Someone comes me, I'm not even going to talk to them. I'm immediately going to get rid of them. What? You think that's how we survived back in the day in the forest, in the woods? Ancestors and our hunter-gatherers used to walk, face bears. You nowadays, I think maybe you think they never your ancestors never seen bear face to face? They used to walk down the yard. Have you not seen that video where Granny is feeding a bear some meat, and the bear comes to the yard every day, does not harm the granny or the inhabitants of the, because the granny knows this bear trusts me. The granny, even though she's an old lady, can barely walk. The by default she already sent 1,000 telegram message before even meeting. Energetically, that bear is connected to granny. Nowadays, the problem is you all have this information inbuilt. It's in your DNA. The system has not sent it to you. The system turned you into a robot and told you in books and whatever, be afraid, very afraid of these animals, that. Be afraid. But remember, they are also like you. They don't carry pew-pews. It's the human who's carrying those. So of course, if you carry them, the animal's gonna know who's carrying what. You think animals don't know? When you carry something and walk in their territory, you think only we have the sensor and scanner to find what's in the person? No. Animal can smell from far. If you're carrying gunpowder or bakery soap or soda or meat, sharks can smell meat. You think they cannot smell your other substances? They know who's out to harm and who's energetically trustworthy. So I am telling you to drop those trash. Yes, you have survival. Your name is Hunter. Why do you think you were named Hunter? That's because that is part of your roots. Your ancestors hunted to survive, right? And they used different survival methods to hunt. At some point, people got into industrialization, and then they started building things to technologically improve our world. But that created also karma of wars. When wars happen, it was, you didn't know how mass forests were deforested, animals were killed. So we have to pay the price for that, right? So we are all paying. So I chose my path, which is non-violence, right? If Mahatma Gandhi got the independence for India by simply non-violence, he didn't fight the gun with the gun. He fought it with his mind and his complete spirit. So you all can do, but I'm saying not to be weak, be strong, right? Because inherently Hunter is strong. I see the potential in Hunter. Inherently Sky is strong. Inherently soul healing is strong. All the people that come through my life are very strong. But you have been trained in a certain manner. All it takes is for you to release the things that you don't want and embrace a new way. And within 6 months, 1 year, patas, you are energetically charged. Okay? So I can dance more and more. But I think I sent the point, right? I will be dancing more. That's how I started. This was a dance app. Why do you think I came to TikTok? In the beginning, I signed up because why do we sign up for something? Because we want to feel joy and peace. Nobody signs up to be in a loophole of, we can be sad once in a while, normal. But I caught myself. I'm like, somewhere down the line of this social media, the world, not the world, but the minds of people in the world were able to drag me into their minds. Because the world is different. If animals don't have social media, someone doesn't have one, your cats don't have one, the trees don't have one. So it's everything that's being fed to us through these apps are perspectives and the thoughts that's in the minds of many people. And for most people, they are just discarding everything that they learned. So mostly they just picked up from their surroundings, someone saying news. Turn off that news. Unless they're saying something positive, turn that junk off. Because people with most money has the most screen reach. We know that, right? Monetarily they can buy reach. So now you selectively go, because they want to pop up every advertising 5 seconds. They want to show this happened, he took a dump, he went to Greenland, he went to next door, he said hi to his wife. Who cares if he said hi to his wife or bye to his wife? Right? I'm just saying, do I need to know a politician took a dump today? I don't care. I care about me taking a dump, Summer taking a dump, my friends visiting me on TikTok. I don't give a damn what he does with his life. We're keeping it very real, right? With his life, and I care about what happens to the people for sure. But this is glorifying the clowns. The moment, that's why, have you seen, I rarely mention his name in any of my posts. I'm like not giving him any run time, any screen time on my account, because I learned after a while, like, if you don't want something in your life, you just don't talk about it, and you become that change. It's the Matrix. Don't remember him for a week. This is a mental exercise for you. Whoever you don't like or don't want, even if you think it's the most supreme lead or the dark Vader or whatever, don't think for 1 week. Drop it, fill it with somebody else, and you will learn that that person took over your system. You allowed the small, minuscule, because you didn't invite him to your life. That I will agree. You did not invite these shenanigans into your life, but they slowly infiltrated. Because politics. When did you care about politics? That much, right? You care about the people and how it affects. So people collectively will voice what they want. When people collectively voice what they want, change happen. That is a guarantee. No need to. See, it's like, how do I say? We are coloring a piece of art. If everybody collectively colors it, it'll be filled with color. If we complain and fill it with color, or if we cry and fill it with color, if we laugh and fill it with color, it still gets filled with color. So the work is getting done. I'm just saying, just be pleasant. Forget about it. I don't know if I'm making sense to you all. Maybe it's advanced, or I don't know if it hits many of your brains, but I hope it does. Because the monkey and the ape in the jungle does not know which leadership they are under, but they are having a great time eating bananas and swinging from tree to tree. It is only the human being who get fixated on their leaders and forget their own leadership, to their own autonomy and their own bodies, right? So it's okay to participate. Just give 2 hours of your time every year to look at that, right? Just glance. You participate, because you're not, if you're inherently someone who values human rights and you value what's right and good for the world, do you need to cross-check with him to see that you're doing the right thing? I'm just saying, all right? I'm just saying, sorry, you have different opinions than him. Why do you need to cross-check and check what's he doing in order for you to be doing the right thing. You don't have to. You already know what's the right thing to do. So if you just continue doing and not giving him more of your screen time or any of your energy or even a single second, the less you give, the more you keep. It's your currency. Your time is your currency. That's what he wants. He's not coming for your money. He wants your time. Because time he can multiply and live forever. But the great dictators of the world, they wanted to be remembered. Think narcissists. Biggest narcissist. What do they want? They want to live forever. I want to be remembered for my work. I would make sure I somehow achieve this. Somehow I'm going to get to my mission. You don't give in to that crap. You do you. He's obsessed with his mental gymnastics. Who cares? He's going to go anyway. Just laugh, enjoy your day. He says something he doesn't make sense. Another dumb comment. Another dumb podium stay. Just be a chimp watching his show and let nature take its course. Because the end, they are the one who's winning. Chimp and apes and everybody, snakes, and because they already know this human gone bonkers. They think they elected a leader. We don't know who the snakes leaders are. We don't know who the lions leaders are. Do you know? Did you ever connect with your dogs? Ever connected with the higher dogs, big dogs? They call it the big dogs. You never know who Saba is talking to. She's already got the entire cosmos plan. We here daily, every 4 years, getting so ruffled up, and then, prices, egg went up, price went down, price went up. It's like, buy it or don't. Very simple. If something went up, if you can afford it, buy it and stop complaining. Something went down, you go buy it. Something went down, if you need it, go buy it, but don't hoard it. Okay, just because something went down, I see some people, it went down, I'm gonna go stock up, but where's the people to feed? You're just wasting resources. So brains is the answer. Once brains get a little, this is we call it coconut. Once we crack it, this a little here. These are your pressure points of your coconut. You tap a little bit here. This brain will start working. Okay. And then you pull your ears a little bit down. Then you pull it. Then you can hear better. Okay. And make a mantra. I'll hear anything but whatever they feed to me in the mass media. I'll hear anything but whatever they try to, shape me into that I'm not. I'll hear anything that's good. I'll hear all the loving kindness. I'll hear my power. Say that again. I'll hear my power. I'll hear my sources that kept my ancestries alive, my friends alive, my communities alive, my loved ones alive. I will be the protector of my own community. I will be the protector of my neighbor. That's it. Nothing major. Basic survival guide. Basic. Anybody can do it. Okay, simple. Rule is ignore the unnecessary, embrace the necessary. Joy, dance. Anybody making fun of your ways of living? Yesterday I'll show you. This is an inspiring. I don't have inspiring quotes, but I'll show you. There's an inspiring look. Words are just words. Because words get slots in translation, right? Or me will tell you. I will say one word. In America the word is different. British word is different. Even English can sound different from region to region, right? You might say something in America. In England, they'll call it, "Are you being sarcastic?" I'm like, no, we're just being like real. So it's words, don't trust. Words are just words. Trust the person in front of you. That someone showed up for my life, that's all. I always trust that energy that is good. Because you are good, you came to my life. Because you are good, you stayed 15 minutes. Because you are good, you stayed a minute. Because you are good, you went through my life. Words, no, because words, that's why they're some of the comments I see, not me, some of the big, where the videos blew up, you go and read those comments. I'm like, don't these people have work to do that? They wrote these many essays back and forth with a stranger that they barely met. Like, would have got some dancing done in between. But anyway, I'll show you. So I'll show you the look, the most beautiful look that I saw in a while. In my history. This morning, yes. Oh, wait, sound too much. I think I showed this morning. If words fail, do this. Just give the side eye and roll up your window. Boss mode level activate. I grant you permission, boss mode, side eye, because they want your energy. See, they know golden retriever is golden, now boss mode, so they're like, like don't, So this is the lesson today. Please activate your boss mode. Be royalty. I'm not giving the message. This is direct message from golden retrievers. This is why you have to be very intuitive to understand these messages. They don't speak, but they're telling you through their eyes. Do you see the arrogance? That's good arrogance. I approve this arrogance. At some point, you gotta give them some arrogance, an attitude. If they are going to give you so much toxicity, if they are going to give a golden, gold, protect the golden. So protect yourself. So if the golden is giving that much attitude, you also. See, before words, body language, right? You ever walk through an aisle, I'm just saying grocery store, or whether you are working with people, just when you walk, they move aside. Have you noticed? You, the same person, same body, same job, let's say you're doing the same routine work. One day you walk through that aisle. You didn't say nothing, you didn't look mean or anything. But just by the way you walk, they move aside. One day you walk, they won't, there's no one moving aside. What changed? Your body's energy. Because when you carry a certain confident energy, you're not being mean. It's just your body overpowers them. They can sense it 5 feet away when you walk through that aisle. I'm not saying go knock them down. Don't knock them, okay? Because some people might take this literally and be like, I'm just going to push through the aisle. Don't do that. When you walk there, if somebody, maybe they are not able to sense it, then you move aside. But I'm saying, some days, have you seen some people automatically, when they enter the room, your body moves back? Have you seen that? Where do you sense that? You've never met them. You've never hung out with them. Even on live, right? We scroll. Even on live. Some people you scroll, you're like, oh, that is some powerful being. Some people you scroll and you can sense that they are rested, right? Some people, when you're going to bed, sometimes you cannot watch like some people will not stop at my live because it's too loud, too what is it, too it's like almost coming to a boxing class almost, I used to tone it down. To accommodate people. But then I learned I toned it down till I lost my tone. And whose fault is that? I became too nice. It's okay to be nice, but you shouldn't sacrifice yourself out of kindness. Right? That's what I sense too, even in the political spaces. We all are not politically perfect, but a lot of times we want to be politically correct and we want to fit in with doing the right thing with the current situation. And sometimes we don't even do the right thing because we are helpless, right? We only have so much power. We are just, like for me, I'm an entertainer. I do entertaining stuff. I do, I speak out when I can, but I'm not perfect. But sometimes I feel as though, oh, that is not enough. Maybe I should. Why am I seeking validation? No need. I decided yesterday that, you know why I'm loud and my tone is a bit more harsh? Because I absorb the sun differently. I'm a melanated person, right? I'm a little darker. I'm somewhere in between white and black, and it made the tone. So I absorb the sun differently. It affects me different. Different skin color feels the sun differently. So of course we are all going to be different energetically at some point. If we can meet energetically, but when there's the way the sun affects us, the winter, the way people speak. So we are all not gonna get along. It's like your family. Do you love your mom 24/7? Like you love her in your heart. You love your dad 24/7. You love them in your heart, but you don't bicker. You don't say 1-2 words that might make them feel, oh, you said that to me. You don't say things to your siblings that get them, and 2 days later, like, you're still siblings. So I want that you to be that authentic with me. I don't want you all to be a people pleaser. I do not want you all to be a pushover. Don't do that, because the leader is already doing that. The leader is turning you all into essentially slaves, all of us. So the moment we express ourselves, whether it's frustration, mistake, right thing, wrong thing, you say it. And those who love you will love you for you being human. And those who judge you will judge you because you don't meet their mind, their standards. And you're not there to become their standard. Who sets the standard? Who sets the standard? Your consciousness, your heart, your mind. It knows. Who sets the standard for the ape? Who sets the standard for the turtle? When the turtle is born, does it go to school? It hatches. It goes miles, thousands of miles. And when it's time for it to pass away, it comes back to the shore of where it was hatched. That's it. It knows, radar inbuilt. So your heart knows, your consciousness knows. I know, that's why I do what I do, is energetically I try to connect with my tribe. Simple. Across the nebula spectrum, all the colors. Energetically, my work is to connect with those folks, raise their energy, and once my star, every star dies, right? The light. So once my light is given, I am giving full energy to my tribe, and then my star will go. And then you all are the stars. Then you will give your full energy to who you align with, you better give it. My job is to make sure it's like I'm a battery. All right? This battery has a certain life in itself, as in human form. I will transmute after that and become a different form. Don't worry about that. I'm talking about human form. In this form, I have this much to give. And then I give it, you all better absorb it and multiply that shit. I'm not going to say the word because I'm getting a little worked up. Multiply that and give it back 10x. And then give. Light up the world. The nerdy guy this year is going to be a nerdy guy next year. A different version. It's already happened. I've already passed down my knowledge to whoever. Yes. Not just love. I want you to spread protection, courage. Love is enough. Love all over. We are getting love. 24/7. I'm about to puke the love at this point. Sometimes 2, 3 o'clock, somebody love me. I'm like, at this point, I need courage to get up from my bed and make a cup of tea. You understand what I'm saying? Love is great. Love, I'm very appreciative. Sometimes we need courage. Sometimes we need determination, inspiration. They say, lift me up, you raise me. Yes, no, seek those things. I wish love would drag me to the gym, but it does not. I wish love would drag me to work, but I had to get my, some force has to come. Sometimes anger, do you sense that? Sometimes you're angry, like, I gotta go to work. I'm gonna gotta go. Most of the time, when I go out the door, some days I'm angry. But that anger, the moment I head out the door and hit the cold air on my face, I'm like, so glad I went out. The anger vanished, and now I have fresh air. So sometimes our bodies are angry because we keep it confined. Do you know how intelligent the body and the feelings are? Feelings are essentially trying to tell you how most comfortable your body, your spirit, your mind should be. Right? So when you feel anger, frustrated, listen to it. Note it down. If it's a small thing, try to let it go. But if it's back to back, something is getting to you, you're mad or you're feeling angry or you're feeling frustrated, ask yourself, be honest and be like, is it time to head out? Is it time to do something completely different? Is it time to charge out of this life and transform it, even if it's going to look messy? I had to make life or death decisions to be where I am today. I had to literally, if I have to put it, I don't know if I should say, literally mute the old version, it's like the snake shed no fear. I had no fear because I knew for me it was organic, but you feel so stressed to the point, the body, it's like I'm going to the other word, elephant, right? Spell it out because nowadays everything being catched. We used to say die. We always used to say, do you want to die? That's a normal word. It's not a big word. Ask this Gita sister. In Asia, we throw here because it's normal to always just pass away in some form. Over here, they take it literally like you're being uplifted. Don't be afraid of death. The person who can look... See, I told my friend this. I'm not going to name the person. Where's my key? Okay. Depression, right? Good. Depression is good. Talk to your depression. Ask your depression, why do you want me gone? Let's say you're ever like, oh, I wish I can talk to people when they're about to jump off a certain thing or make that decision. I wish I can catch them in that moment. I would not send them to therapy. Therapy is good, but a lot of people jump because of therapy. I'll tell you the truth. because that is a different system. But there's a different system to talk the way that I didn't have this I am appreciative of the gentle kindness. But some people come to that point where they make that split decision whether to end it or not. It's because they are at a fight decision. They are looking for a challenger to their next step. If they don't meet the challenger, they end themselves. It's kind of like a video game. You ever played video game? It's so charged. If you lose 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, so you just revive it. So sometimes I see people, so I've met boys when I was even driving and stuff. They're so angry. They're like, they cannot cry, right? So they're looking for an outlet too. So I just, don't worry. Just wait one day, tomorrow. And I try to give them time. Tomorrow the guy is in cloud 9, he's happy. Oftentimes, when a voice tells you to end it is just to end your current situation, the setting you're in. Because essentially, it's your spirit. It'll anyway be released, right? So it likes to live in comfort, live in pleasantness, live in, like I'm jovial. If you keep confining it and then call it, for lack of a better depression, and then it is depression because it's lack of expression. Confine. How will you breathe? How will your spirit feel any joy? Of course, it will want to unalive itself. Because your spirit was not sent for you to just be stagnant. If you feel joy in being stagnant, that's great. Ask yourself when you are even resting, right? When you go to sleep. When I go to sleep, normally I am so tired and I'm like, bliss, gone. Then I wake up, it's like bubbly, all right? But if you are like, I cannot sleep, but that means go do some activity. Keep it pleasant. Push your body, your mind follows. Push it. Push your body as in push to do activity. Because a stagnant mind is dangerous. You seen, okay, what do in America, one good thing they say, if you don't move, if you're not active, what do they say? One, they say you're out of shape or whatever. They say you put on whatever weight or whatever. But have you thought about it? A stagnant mind, what would you? Same thing. It gets comfortable just being idle, going to that, whatever calls the mind, it goes to. Right? That's why from the past, every scripture, especially like Buddhism, even Hinduism, they teach focus. Because then different news, different opinions will try to drag you, but you're like focus, you're driving. That's just the view. Back mirror, okay, everything's safe. You keep going. Why, when you're driving, you're able to focus and drive yourself safely? Because you're focused. Do you stay in the back? You just glance to the past, right? You look at the rear mirror, you look at the side. You don't watch the side, you don't watch the rear and drive, right? You don't look at your past and drive. Where are you looking? Forward and drive. Drive forward, move forward. Glance a little bit to the past, left and right. Good. All right, 1 hour. Yes, I will end this. YouTube, Facebook, drive forward. Okay, thank you. All right.